Well, it seems that there is no noise problem despite the rust deterioration on a couple of those drum gears. It is smooth and quiet as a Garrard motor should be. And this, of course, is from the Crown 107 that's behind it there. How slow can we make it go? Note the use of a friction felt pad. If your friction felt pad ever deteriorated and fell out, you could actually put a leather pad in there, or a piece of leather, normal friction leather in there, like you'd find on an HMV, some of them, and the Victor motors. Works just as well. And just like leather, you have to be sure to keep it lubricated. That's your brake. And the governor in there is your brake rotor, just like on your car. When your brake pads wear out, you replace them. Of course, don't lubricate your brake rotors in your car. That would be a bad thing. On the motor for the phonograph, it's a good thing. Car, bad thing. The gear I was most worried about, obviously, is the one that's on the bottom there, because that one is spinning a lot faster. Actually, the other one is not spinning at all. On top, that's your winding gear. The one on the bottom is the one that is spinning, transferring power from the spring to the gears and eventually to the governor there, the governor shaft. Got the intermediate gear there, the brass one. And that is the one that had the potential to be possibly noisy. But I do not detect any noise at all. If I didn't know those gears had been damaged, well, a small portion of those gears had been damaged, or that gear had been damaged, I would not suspect it. These are such nice motors. As I've said before, these are nice enough just to display like they are. And in fact, that's pretty much what I intend to do with the other Garrard motor. I know I have someplace, another Garrard 30. I really was hoping not to have to sacrifice the spring barrels out of it, because I do want to make it into a display piece all by itself. It's in a portable Columbia that has no pot metal tone arm parts left at all. It's just completely gone, leaving the rest of the machine pretty well useless. So I'm going to take the motor out of it, clean it all up nice, and just kind of put it under glass somewhere and make a display piece out of a Garrard 30. I mean, it's almost as if it was made for a cabinet like that with the windows in it. It wasn't, but it's kind of like it was. I suspect because these were motors Garrard was making for other companies to put in their own machines, so they had to make them look nice. You know, when they went to sell them to these other companies, they said, look at our motor, isn't it pretty? You know, and so kind of make it advertise itself. Because otherwise, who else paints their iron, or is that steel? That's probably cast iron. Their cast iron motor housings like that with the black crinkle paint. Who else does that? Nobody. Not even Victor does that. Some of the companies used to plate them with nickel plating. That was for corrosion resistance. And some just left it plain steel. And others, like Garrard, actually, the only one I could think of is Garrard, would paint it like this. And do such a nice job on all the little parts. Everything's all, you know, nicely fitted and finished, and really a nice job on this. I could watch these things spin all day long. Smooth power from the springs, nothing's thumping and bumping and clanging. Governor is functioning smoothly. It winds easily. Now I have to find some rubber washers to replace these up here, but I'm pretty sure I have them. If not, I will simply make them out of felt, as the Victor uses, and that will work just as well. It's just to isolate the motor from the cabinet to kind of prevent vibration, that's all. And of course, these are petrified. There's nothing left of that. It's stone hard. Those washers up there I'm talking about. And as in the last video, I spoke of how, let me see if I can do this without making a mess. Some of that spring barrel sticks out from the motor housing, and that's the part that was rusted. And that's why. For this obviously sat for a very long time somewhere, and all the lubrication must have flaked off of it eventually, dried out, and moisture started to do its work. Who knows how many decades it took to get to that point, but it did eventually. But it does not seem to have harmed it. It is smooth and quiet, and ready for another 100 years of service in